everybody. Welcome to my channel. Please let me know if there's any volume issues. Okay, my system has changed a little bit, so I don't know, you know, how I'm sounding on here. Give me one quick little second before I get started. I'm actually gonna check real quick on my phone. Please get those likes up when you come on in. Okay, it's good. Okay, so I have one person in here. I have one person in here. Please get those likes up, baby. I hope that y'all are doing well. Okay, so let me just jump right on in. Usually, look, back in the day, I had a little timer. We would wait a little bit for the notifications to go out, but some things had changed a little bit. Hey, Mr. Universe, how are you? How are you? Okay, so give me a quick little second, actually. Let's get started. What's the first thing that I want to talk about? Some things going on in the news. Okay, some stories you might have heard and might not have heard of. Okay, let's start off with Tina. We know Tina Knowles, okay, the mother of Beyonce. The mother of Beyonce. If there's any issues, let me know if you can hear me. On my phone, it sounded perfect. Okay, so oh, it's fading in and out because I don't know. I don't know what I should do because there was an update on the system. Hmm. I don't know. Let me see what I could do. Maybe I can turn it off and then turn it back on. Hmm. I don't know. Well, I had to do an update on the streaming service, and some things changed. The things I'm used to seeing on the microphone and the audio and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't see any way to actually fix it with what they did, the changes on it. So, hmm. Let me do something real quick. Hold on. How? Oh, how do things sound? Uh oh. Hold on. Okay. Again. I'm trying this again. Hello, 15 people. I did. On my phone, it's an echo. It keeps repeating itself. Okay. I'm going to check one more time. Lord, what the hell is going on? Unfortunately, with the way they got this going on, I don't know if I can fix this. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. It sounds good on my phone. Okay, so let's continue. It's good on my end, and I'm sure if it fucks up some more, y'all will let me know in the chat. Okay, so we have Tina Knowles. She's the mother of Beyonce. And, well, she recently got into a little bit of hot water because, well, she was cooking her gumbo. You know, she's Creole from Louisiana. And in Louisiana, they eat a lot of gumbo and crawfish and things like that. The Cajun, the Creole food and everything. So she made a deal with someone and she was cooking in Texas as some sort of carnival or something like that. But she has upset a woman who said she said Tina got a stank attitude. That's what she said about Tina, that she is not a nice woman. Let's see what she had to say.
For a special treat, like a real special treat. Joining us right now is the one and only Miss Tina Knowles. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Hometown. All right, so this is first interview, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just tell us about this latest endeavor.
Well, I've been trying to put gumbo out because I've been making it forever since I was a kid. And I tried with a company and it was so expensive because the process takes so long. It's so labor intensive. And my ex-son-in-law, his family, his cousin made this gumbo and it was amazing. It's the first time I tasted it. It's really close to my recipe. And so I had them at my book club and people went crazy over it. And I said, you know, it's time for me to try to do the Mama Tina.
Okay, the volume sucks. The volume sucks on this audio. So basically, she's cooking her gumbo, okay? Mama Tina's. So let's see what the woman is saying who stood outside for a long time to meet Tina Knowles, and try her gumbo.
Oh yeah, but my feelings are so hurt. How Miss Tina did me is, oh my God. I was so embarrassed and so humiliated. I went and finished it out and finished my picture, getting my stuff, but I hate that I purchased from her. She treated me not in a good way. She treated me like I was nothing. I was so excited to meet this lady and thinking that, you know, I could just exchange some good energy with good hellos and stuff. It was terrible. I literally could break down and cry how awful that experience was.
She didn't even say hi.
She didn't even speak. She walked away from me several times without speaking or even putting a finger up to say, hold on, bitch, or anything. She treated me like I was beneath her or so far up under her. Like, it was disgusting. It was so disgusting and so embarrassing how she did me. The only reason I have this shit is because I was too embarrassed to even walk away out of the line. I was so excited about meeting a celebrity. I never met one before, or anybody that was really famous, and I was so excited. And it was like meeting the most evil, wicked witch of the West, and so humiliating. The gumbo, for starters, it stinks, and I'm not even lying. Hold it up, I can't even. The gumbo stinks. I feel like I would throw up even from it, but I'm gonna go ahead and taste it anyway because I went through the damn process. You guys get Mama Tina's right there. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all welcome. I ain't finna say nothing that is not right. I am gonna be real, keep it 100. I don't even want to taste it. Like I am so disgusted at the smell alone. The smell alone makes me want to not taste it. Well, her attitude alone makes me not want to taste it, and her treatment towards me. However, I bought it. I'm here. Some celebrity bullshit. Let's go. It stinks. It smells like burnt fish stuff. Like burnt fish stuff with gravy. I'm honestly scared to taste it. Look at these shrimp. These ain't the same size shrimp they had at first. They was big, voluptuous, beautiful shrimp I was seeing all over the internet. This is not even the same shrimp. I don't think that I can even do it, y'all. I don't even want to taste it. I'm so disgusted.
I would like to, but the smell is
I can't even go through with taking a real taste. I'm going to pass, and I'm going to leave that shit for the dogs. I'm going to set it over there where she can have her shit back. I don't even like what she did to me.
Well, just throw it in the trash right there.
What a top at that shit at? I'm going to keep it. Maybe I keep it in the bag. I don't know.
Can I turn off the camera?
I'm so disgusted. Hold it so I don't, yeah, you can stop, baby.
Okay, hold on for a quick second. Okay.
Oh yeah, but my feelings are so.
All right. First, leave a heart if you like, leave a heart if you like gumbo. Leave a heart in the chat if you like some good old gumbo. Looking at it, it doesn't look bad, but she said it smells bad. There were other people who said it looked kind of undercooked. And look, she went off. She said that Tina is not a nice woman. And I'm going to say something y'all don't want to hear because I show a lot of support to Tina, but I have heard in the past that she was not a nice woman. I forgot where I heard this from. I'm going to tell you what I heard, and I'm not saying this is true. I can't remember where I heard it, but I remember it. There was someone who said that when she got in the car with the limo driver, her and Beyonce, that Beyonce was talking to the driver, and allegedly Tina said, "We don't talk to or date the help." Now, I'm not saying that's true, but I definitely remember when I heard someone say that this was something she said. Baby, I don't know where that story came from, but long story short, I heard she wasn't nice. Maybe, I mean, everyone has their good and bad days. I wasn't there. Some people said, well, maybe she thought Tina was going to give her extra treatment and act all googly and happy. Maybe she was just busy. But that's not what she's saying. She's saying that Tina just had an unpleasant attitude, didn't acknowledge her presence at all. Kind of like, it sounds like she's saying she just cooked it and was like, here, go on, take that food. Go on now. Go on, take food. You know, I don't know. I'm wondering, did she talk to Tina? Did she get an opportunity to say, hi, Tina, I'm such a fan. I've always wanted to meet you. What she's saying, though, is that she was very dismissive towards her and I guess had this aura of stankness with her attitude. Leave a heart if you believe that Tina Knowles. She said she was like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm wondering, like, I don't know, if when I hear something like that, I'm thinking, is it her aura? Was she saying nasty things? Or, I mean, one minute she says she kind of like, ignored her type of thing. Like, just take your food type thing. I don't know, but she wasn't happy. And I felt like she could have tasted that food. She didn't even taste the food. She just, she's so disgusted. She's like, I'm not even going to eat this. Whatever, Tina. So this has made its rounds on the internet. Some people are still siding with Tina, saying this woman is just angry. She didn't act all happy and stuff. I don't know. I wasn't there. Anything is possible. I haven't seen any other videos, from other people saying that Tina was a horrible, horrible person. Marshall says, remember, she embarrassed her husband, Richard Lawson, on an interview, and, when I see a woman talk crap about her husband in front of his face in an interview, in my mind, I'm thinking something is going on behind the scenes where something's going on behind the scenes where they're probably, not in a happy marriage and they want to stick it to him type of thing. So that's all I really have to say. I just wanted to share this about what happened with Tina. And she said that Tina is the Wicked Witch of the West and Tina is not a nice woman. Okay. So speaking of marriages, which you just said about her husband, let's see what a woman is saying about her marriage and things she wouldn't do now that she's divorced. What happened?
Things I did in my marriage that I will never be doing again. Pay for half of my engagement ring.
Take me through that, take me through that.
I won't be denying. Took it very lightheartedly when he told me on our honeymoon that he wanted to become a police officer. And the reason he didn't tell me before is because he thought I would leave him if he told me before we were married. That should have been a red flag. Should have been a red flag. Being okay with being the breadwinner. I'd rather not. Getting my first and only STD in my first year of marriage. And then blaming myself because I couldn't wrap my mind around him cheating, saying that maybe I got it years before him and it lied dormant in my body until now. That was a little embarrassing to tell. Okay? I was a little slow. Okay, a little slow. I told a friend of mine this story and he was like, I know your husband texted his homies in his group chat saying, my wife is so dumb. She's really blaming herself for an STD I gave her after cheating. He probably did. Rightfully so. Paying for our entire wedding, including the honeymoon. Never again. Had the goal of retiring him. I would like it to be the other way around moving forward. Now this one I don't think is too crazy, but I probably look really crazy. In court, as we are battling for custody over our children, I proceed to take the stand and apologize for all of my bad behavior during our marriage. In front of everybody. The judge, his mother, my mother, everybody. I don't think that was completely out of line because I was doing whatever I needed to do to save my marriage, and I was not perfect in my marriage. But the way he was trying to dog me out and I still apologized in front of everybody, I hope to never have to do that again. The manipulation, I should have seen the red flag. Things I did.
Oh my God, this woman, this is craziness. To me, this is what happens when a woman is desperate to have a husband or doesn't have many options. Now, she's a beautiful woman, but when the dating pool is in hell, and which it is currently, and there is scarcity, well, a lot of women pick what they feel they can get or they think they can work with, especially Black women being told, you know, you have to work with a brother. Now, I don't know if her husband was Black or not. I don't know for sure. But, you know, that's what a lot of women are told. You know, you got to compromise and work and have potential and all this other stuff. My thing is, like I said, sometimes I don't always feel completely sorry because I do and I don't for women, because it's like you date a broke man and then have kids and get married, and then 10 years later you're whining that your husband is broke. The man was broke when you was fucking with him. Okay? She says, now look, she came to her senses, okay? But she said, from what we just heard, just so we can go over it one more time, she paid for half of her engagement ring. She paid for her entire wedding plus the honeymoon. Baby, come on. Now, some people would say this is pick me behavior right here. This is desperation. You paid for your own wedding and honeymoon. And she was crazy and said that she had a goal of retiring him. What? She says that he also didn't tell her his true career plans until after they got married, about being a police officer because he thought she wouldn't marry her. That is a red flag because he hides things. Now that he trapped you into marriage, now he's laying things on you. Then he gave her an STD, fucking around with different women and possibly men. And she blamed herself and couldn't think that maybe he was creeping. Okay? That's how blinded she was. Okay? And let's see. She says that, yeah, that's basically it. Paid for everything. He cheated on you and gave you something. He dogged you out in divorce court. You paid for your wedding and honeymoon and then said you were going to retire him. Baby, that man had it made. This is a man's dream. And she's pretty. This is a man's dream. Well, a lot of them. No offense, Mr. Universe. Okay, I know you're a sweetheart and everything, but still, you're surrounded. The bulk of men, come on, baby, this was a no good man's dream right here. She was a sucker for him. And she also was still trying to stand by him. And this happens a lot, okay? This happens a lot. Maybe he love bombed her. Usually that's how it goes. He love bombed her. The smex was good. And she's, then women might feel the pressure. Oh my God, I'm getting of a certain age. I ain't really have no other options like that. Or it takes too long. I ain't got time. Let's just get married. Baby, I'm not paying for my own wedding. Okay? I'm not paying for the honeymoon. Absolutely not. That man either was stingy or broke before you even got married. Why on earth would you entertain him? Why on earth would you settle for that and do that? Now, if you decide to go 50-50, that's your own choice. If you pay half of the wedding and he pays half, or y'all family members could help, that's up to you. But I can tell you one damn thing, I'm not paying for my own wedding. You must be crazy. And I'm not paying for the honeymoon. He was the wife. She paid for his honeymoon. This is insanity to me. And I hope anyone seeing this video, please, baby, please, if you seeing this, baby, please get some sense. Don't do this. Don't settle for this. Don't do this to yourself, because it's not going to go well. If you talk to a man and he allows you to pay for the wedding and the honeymoon, what he's saying is he has no problem with you being the man. He has no problem with you leading him and leading the relationship. He has no problem with you footing the bill and investing, and he does nothing. That's why he probably didn't feel bad about creeping on her and giving her whatever it was and all this other stuff. And a lot of men will take care of a woman, will take advantage of a woman that they see doesn't love herself, where she settles for anything. Okay. And a lot of women have been through this, where, sometimes, let's just be real, sometimes you're not always in your right mind. Sometimes you might let your guard down. You might make decisions you don't usually make because you're not in your right mind. And a man who's a dog, he will just use you and take advantage of that. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. That's why a number of men today don't always mind a woman going 50-50, because it's a great deal. You cook, you clean, you do my laundry. I get to get on top of you and bust a nut, and you don't. I mean, this is wonderful. I get head. This is a great deal. If I were a man that was no good, I would think this is a great deal in 2026. You mean you get to do all that for me? Cook, clean, raise my kids, give me your body. I'm busting nuts. You don't 80% of the time. You giving me head. I go out with my boys. And you paying half my rent? Damn, this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. So I hope thankfully a lot of women have woken up. And y'all are getting sense that, you ain't getting nothing, really. The man is winning with this type of stuff. So, I just wanted to share that. Now, just to show you, I do have love for good men. For some of the men who think Cerebral hate the men. She always coming down on us and she'd hate the black man. I've heard that a lot. That's not true. I like some black men. And I think I really like Shaq a lot. Shaq is such a giving spirit. He always helps so many people. He looks out for people in his community and outside of it too. I remember he went to Home Depot, and there was these older women, a white or Hispanic woman, and he bought them some washer and dryers and other people. He's a nice person. He's a nice person. From what I've seen a lot. And he's a smart businessman. He's a very smart businessman. He owns a lot of businesses, and all that money that he has, he does a lot of sweet things, and he's covering the funeral expenses of 12-year-old Jada West. And I hate what happened to her. As many of you know, she was beat up by her fellow peers, the girls, and she passed away from the beating. And this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, lost her life. Girls fighting like men and all this other stuff. So Shaq heard about the story, and he's stepping in to pay for her funeral. Very, very sweet of Shaq to do. I'm sorry this happened to Jada West, and I'm tired of, it's just horrible what happened. horrible that happened fighting and defending herself, and this is what happens to her. So rest in peace to Jada West, and shout out to Shaq for being a wonderful man. But I'm gonna have to, now I know I just showed this, but now I have to show you something else because I'm keeping it real, okay? Not all men are the same.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. How are you feeling? Today's the last day.
I just turned around and I was like, what?
Well, you know what? That leads me to my question.
Any real man that turns around to you, you got to give them a moment to take all this in.
Thank you. Well, what is your take on black women?
Magic. There's actually not enough words in the dictionary to describe what I know and understand about the magic of black women. I just imagine the world as a still lake, and the black woman, is that pebble that goes into the still lake, and then things change. There is also not one single race or nationality that has ever had so many people to follow. So when you're a tone setter, when you are the vibration, as y'all would say, when you are the zhush.
Okay, I'm playing this video because I'm so tired of seeing black women so desperate for validation from black men that they eat up everything they say. Yes, he said sweet words to her and about black women, but Tyrese does not even like, well, black women like that. So many men in the industry he would never date that woman he gave a compliment to. He's not having kids with no black woman that got 2 black parents. He ain't doing that. So miss me with that bullshit. And I was looking in the comments section, and black women, it's like every time a black man give a compliment, y'all go overboard, but like it's the biggest thing you ever heard, or that they're gonna get married. It's not that serious half the time. And Tyrese doesn't, he only has children with half white women. And I'm not saying that a number of them don't identify as black. My grandma was half white. But I'm making a point. He has a certain type, a certain hair texture, a certain type. She has a big, coarse afro. She's from Africa. He ain't messing with her. So I don't know why black women be lying to yourselves every time. So what? He came to the Essence Black Women Festival. Of course he gonna say something nice about black women. His career depends on it. You have a number of black men. They might start their careers off putting black women in their videos because that's what he did. But who do they marry? Who do they have kids with? So miss me with that bullshit. And some of them, look, I believe that a black man can have various tastes. He doesn't have to like one thing. I don't like one thing. So I've always felt that way. That, you know, there are some black men that like black women, but they like other stuff too. They like variety. But he has a pattern, and there's a lot of them who do, where, yeah, you might even find some black women attractive, but when it comes to the decision of who he's going to breed his genetics with and make kids with and marry and step out with to the public, it's not that woman. Okay, and I get tired of seeing black women. I was looking in the comments talking about, oh, he coming home, he healing. Why do you want a black man who never would talk to you, some of y'all, and then you get happy? Oh, he healed, now he can like me. Oh, now he can love me. I don't want no man that wouldn't fuck with me. What is wrong with some of y'all? He now spent his millions and thousands on a lot of them on other races of women, give their resources to them, give their kids, make babies, give these women homes, take her around the world and fly her around the world, leaving black women behind. On average, you don't get to experience that. And then once he did all that, and then he tried to turn on his ex-wife after he admitted he wasn't even a good man. Yes, he did. He said to her before he wasn't a good man. All of a sudden, Oh, he needs to come back to the black woman. I don't want your fucking leftovers. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I saw that about Chris Brown on TikTok. Oh, his true soulmate is a black woman. He just lost. No, these motherfuckers ain't lost. They don't want you. A number of them. Depending on how you look. The blacker and more Negroid you look, the worse it get for a number of black men. That's just the truth. At least a number of them, especially high profile black men. So if I was a black woman, and particularly who looked more Negroid, y'all know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't want these black men. I wouldn't want no black man that shunned me, that thought I wasn't good enough, that didn't pay me no attention, or just fucked me but didn't go out in public with me or make kids with me, wouldn't marry me, and then all of a sudden he throw you a bone and say something nice about a more monoracial black woman, and all of a sudden the heavens have opened apart. See, he can come back. He coming back. Fuck that shit. And this is why black men are winning. They got y'all out here looking desperate and pitiful. You are the fucking prize. Get that through your head. But in this so-called community, y'all now made the black man the prize because there's scarcity. And they know that. So they're like, oh, well, shit, I'm fucking everything not black. I'm marrying them. Now beg, B. Beg. They got a vendetta against a number of y'all out here. They want you to pay a number of them. Prove yourself why I should pick you. You don't see no other race of men that operate like this. None. Even them Asian men who get treated like crap and get teased about being nerds, and the Asian women with white men, even they still go marry Asian women when they get paid and get rich. So miss me with that bullshit. The point I'm making, I wouldn't be getting happy just because he complimented her. That don't mean he coming back to no black women. And when he dated that woman a few months ago that was Haitian or something, and she was wearing wigs and weaves and lashes, Tyrese had said before he got with her that he couldn't stand no damn wigs and weaves and lashes, and was dissing black women, basically. Not saying only black women wear that, but please, child. Then all of a sudden he wanted to redeem himself and prove I fuck with black or women, and then got with her because she had a fat ass and all that other stuff. Man, please. You will never see a dark black man like Tyrese with a woman the exact same skin shade as him. She either gonna be light or brown. She ain't gonna never be the exact same shade as him. You don't never see that shit. And I said it, and anybody with sense could say it and could see it. Man, please. I never thought Tyrese was all that any fucking way. But he's okay. He all right to me. But I ain't eating nothing up. Oh, he gave her a compliment. You should have seen them comments. I should have posted the comments on how wet and happy and elated black women got as if he gonna fuck with that woman or something. He's not. Or you think there's hope now. Oh, he does. He will come back to the black woman. I guarantee you his next woman won't be black. And if she is black, she only gonna be half black. That's how they usually do. Girl, he is fine. Sounds like a hater. How? I don't have to find him good looking just because you find him good looking. Half the black men y'all hype up is not attractive to me in Hollywood. Tyrese is not all of that. He's all right. I don't think half of y'all got good taste, to be honest, no more. But he's all right to me. He has nice teeth. His face is not busted. He has a good body. Is he all of that? No. Please. But y'all be hyping up any fucking black man. I see this constantly. Especially if he's just dark skinned. Oh, he's fine half the time. It's like, what? You have no taste. Half of y'all. Tyrese is not ugly. He's not. But he ain't all of that. He don't make my fucking pussy wet. Okay, excuse my language. I don't get wet looking at him like, I have to have that. I want his children. I don't feel that way at all when I look at his ass. That's the problem. Y'all hype them up so fucking much they think they better than you. Half of them. I will say he's not bad though. He ain't bad. In that Sweet Lady video, he ain't look bad. Tyrese ain't. I don't think he's hit. He's just not all that like y'all make him out to be. And I don't have to like every black man y'all hype up. I could name some actors right now y'all be talking about as fine. Them motherfuckers don't do nothing for me. They don't, no. No. Baby, I get the men I find attractive. I've already talked to them, baby. Beautiful motherfuckers. I don't want to sound conceited, but girl, please. I don't have to show. Why would I come on the internet and show you who I was fucking with? Are you serious? Do you think I'm crazy? Who does that? You ain't getting all up in my personal business. The men I have talked to were beautiful. Stop stunting. No, I'm correcting you. You're not going to come up here talking about me and you don't even know my life. You don't know who I talk to. What's wrong with you? I didn't tell you my business at all. See, this is a mentally unstable person in the chat. I didn't tell you my business. And you will never know my business because only a fool will come up here telling you their business. All I'm telling you is that I have talked to the type of men that I'm attracted to. That's beautiful, universally beautiful, if you know what that is, fool. So, anyway, like Tyrese right here looks decent. He has a nice smile. He don't look bad. I don't think Tyrese is hit. I just don't think he's all of that. He doesn't. It's not like I would see him and think, oh, I have to have that man. No, I wouldn't think that at all. And a lot of y'all, half the men y'all hype up today look like shit. The black women. Their hair looks fucked up. They can't dress. Their facial features look like nothing. Nothing. Y'all don't have good taste no more. But anyway. Speaking of love. Creators of also, let me say this, y'all hype up black men more than they hype you up, and that's the problem. They don't even have to look like nothing. You'll hype them up, they'll get a career, and then they won't hire any fucking women who look like half of y'all. You see how that goes? So keep being a damn fool. Keep being a fool. So hold on for a second. Okay, give me a second. Now we have the creators of Pop the Balloon have launched a dating app that centers black relationships. Okay, and I think that's interesting. Pop the Balloon was pretty it is popular, not was, it is popular. I think that she was very innovative for starting that show. She's doing the damn thing, the host, the creator. She's making her damn money. And I think that it's wonderful what she did, even though, only recently I've been seeing her get more quality people on her show. Because before it was like in the trenches that's coming up on there, the way they would dress, the women and the men and the quality. But I did see one couple actually get married. So, but I think this is a smart business move. Of course, seriously, this is a smart business move right here. So, y'all remember Black Planet? Black Planet, child, was the thing. Okay, back then. Yeah, I was on Black Planet back in the day. I was. So, this could work. It could be a disaster, but there are a lot of dating apps. You have eHarmony, you have Christian Mingle, you have Black People Meet. I don't know if that's still successful, but other groups of people have them. So why not capitalize off the success of your show and do something like this? Okay. So I think that this is smart. I actually wanted to have a dating app too, a dating website, but I don't know how you get it to where you can filter stuff. Well, you would have somebody help you, where you have to put what you're looking for, your marriage, dating, your age, your height, your likes and dislikes, and all these filters and everything like that. So we shall see. I can't wait to hear about it. So, all right, now let me show you something going on real quick when dating.
Something I find fascinating is that there are men who love to compare a $15 meal to an activity that could result in pregnancy. As a divorce lawyer, I hear this mentality all the time. They'll debate who should pay for dinner like it's some grand economic decision, but never stop to think about the biological, emotional, and financial risks women carry just by participating in intimacy. A woman's body can create life. A meal creates a receipt. The two are not comparable, but some men act like buying someone a plate of pasta is equal to a woman potentially risking her entire future. They complain about gold diggers while ignoring that pregnancy, childbirth, and motherhood cost women more time, more energy, more health, and more sacrifice than any dinner tab ever could. These same men who whine about paying for a date are the first ones to bully mothers. They mock single moms. They shame women for having children too early or too late. They ridicule stretch marks and baby weight. They complain about child support. They do everything except acknowledge the reality. Women take on the biggest risk in the equation. If men experience pregnancy, childbirth, or single parenthood even once, they would never compare a meal to intimacy again. They would understand that women do not owe them time, energy, or access in exchange for a $15 sandwich. They would realize that respecting women is not a transaction. It's a baseline requirement for adulthood. Society has the audacity to blame women for choosing wrong, as if men are victims of their own irresponsibility. So no, a date is not equal to the risk of pregnancy. A dinner is not equal to motherhood. A man paying for a meal is not a down payment on access to your body, your future, or your sanity. If a man thinks your worth is equivalent to food, then he's not someone you date. He's someone you block. Because a woman's value is not measured in appetizers, it's measured in the life she brings, the strengths she carries, and the boundaries she sets. And the men who understand that, they're not keeping score. They're showing respect.
Baby, did she not tell the truth? Did she not tell the truth? I never understood men who honestly think because you paid for a $30 meal that you should get some pussy. You think I should drop my panties because you paid for some food? Like, damn, you think I'm that desperate? Like, oh my God, he fed me. He fed me. I'm hungry. Oh, he fed me. Now I'm going to give him some pussy. Thank you for the meal. What? And I'm telling you, I was reading the comments, and I wouldn't believe there were women saying that one woman said she had to call the cops on her date because he got upset and got aggressive after buying her a cheap meal, and he couldn't believe that she wasn't going to go back to his apartment with him, like come home with him, and was threatening her at the table and stuff. I'm like, that's how I know you're broke. Okay. You are, that's how I know you are seriously broke. Like this was your last dollars. Like, oh my God, I spent $30 on a plate. How could you not feed me? Give me some pussy, please. No. And I can honestly tell you, I have never been pressured to give up my body for going on a date. Like, no, I don't know. I think a lot of men these days are so, I think that a lot of men are so broke and destitute that look, baby, if it's that serious, you need to go get a prostitute. Okay. And you need to hold yourself. Look, no, you take me out, but you need some pussy that bad, baby, go get a prostitute that night or next week while you talking to me. Cause I ain't got to give you no coochie until I'm ready to give you some. I don't have to give you no coochie because you ready for some coochie because you took me out to eat. I can take my own self out to eat. I mean, men really think that paying for some food is worth getting some pussy? Like, what? But I'm telling you, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of dudes who honestly think they should be getting some ass that night. I took you out. First of all, I don't know you like that. This is called a date. Okay, I don't know you like that, so I don't have to give you no coochie. It's like and who is it benefiting? Are you gonna make me come like you? Most of the time, most of them don't. So what am I getting? Oh, I gotta lay down and open my legs up now because you fed me. Shit, the only time a woman will do that is if a woman is if we're destitute. I never did that, but in some cases, some women, if they're in destitution and they really need that man, they might do it, some of them. Or unless she wants to give you some. If she's attracted and she wants some that night, then you might get some. But on average, it's like, how dare a man make it obvious that you trying to just get some now because you took me out to eat. He's showing you right there he don't care about you. This was a transaction for him. And most of it is. See, a lot of men will shame you women and say you're a prostitute when you want some money for a bill. But he wants you to open your legs, let him pump away on you, get his nut, risk STDs, risk pregnancy. But all of a sudden you want some compensation to have, oh, it's prostitution. When you took her out to eat, were you not hoping to get some pussy? So what is that? Is that not some sort of exchange for you? Oh, I fed you. Open them legs up. Oh, so what you're saying is that this is transactional then. You fed me and now you think I should open my legs. Okay, I open my legs and you got to come using my body. Bitch, I need some money. Oh, how could you talk like that? Nah, bitch, it don't work like that because you using me. You want to be able to use me, but you don't want to flip around for your ass to get used for something. I need something that's going to benefit me. And if you say that, oh, you a prostitute, I call it whatever you want, but you're in my face asking me to open my legs up so you can use me for what you need, because I ain't nothing, you are. So what's really going on here? Who's using who? Who's really using who? See, a lot of men out here, they don't want these tables to turn. They don't want you to have no sense. They want you to be a fool, open them goddamn legs up and give it to him. Give him some head and drive your ass back home your damn self. He ain't even going to give you money to get a taxi or Uber or some gas money. They wouldn't even do that, half of them. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. It was good. The head was good. Thank you for that pussy. Now get your wet ass home, baby. Don't ask me for no money. Don't come up over. No. A lot of men respect a prostitute faster than they'll respect a woman they're actually talking to date. They'll give that hooker some money. They'll give the hooker money. But if you ask and he's actually talking to you, all of a sudden, yo, my man, y'all, I'm talking to this shorty. Yo, she had the nerve to ask me for $35. I mean, is she trying to use a nigga? I mean, what? She's trying to use me for my resources. $35. That ain't a lot. That's too much money. But yeah, I'm going to call her, and I'm going to take her ass out to Red Lobster. We ain't doing no Ruth Chris. Nah, I mean, she bad and shit, but, I got to save some money. I don't know. Maybe we might do a coffee date because I can't be just spending my money like that. We can do a quick little coffee date and I'll see if she worth anything and all that. She bad though. But nah, let me teach her a lesson and show her that we all ain't gonna be bowing down to her and she ain't all that. They like when you treat them like shit, So that's what I'm gonna do. And if she'll settle for that, I know that she'll settle for some other shit. And I'm gonna hint to her, come to the crib. Come over my crib. Now, any bitch that come over a man's crib, a nigga crib, she should already know what it is. That bitch should have sense. Shit. If she gonna drop them fucking drawers. Shit, I ain't paying for shit. Why I gotta give her $35? I need some pussy though. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do if she asks for some money? Y'all know what to say. Shame her and call her a prostitute. That'll shut her ass up real quick. That morality shit, she a church girl and everything. So I gotta, make her feel bad. And the friend might say, but I thought we were supposed to be providers and protectors. I ain't providing shit. She'll figure I might in the future. Shit. Look, Mr. Universe in the chat says, I'll tell you my budget. Every month on the 15th, you'll get $500. Some people can work with that. Mr. Universe, I need $40, baby. Take care of mama. I need some. I'm hungry. Okay, show mama what you can do. That's so sweet, though. He says that he'll tell you your budget, and every 15th you'll get 500. See, Mr. Universe is a provider and a protector. That's all I can tell y'all. Okay, so, all right. Let's go to the next topic. We have Ava DuVernay. I'm sorry if I messed up her name. She is a legendary director and everything. And she has, she has her husband. Not her husband, y'all, sorry. This is the man she's dating, and she's showing him to the world now. You know, I have to keep it real. There were people who thought she was gay. I even still saw people saying that this is a weird relationship and she's just doing this because she has to prove that she's not gay. It's 2026. A lot of people are gay. I think if she was gay, she would just come out and be gay. Then again, she is a little bit older. Maybe she wouldn't, but this is her man and the streets are talking. You know, this is her man. He's very gorgeous. He's a beautiful man. And people want to know about him. They're like, who is this man? So let's see. It says that, let's see. She says a few of the many magnificent moments of 2025, the hands I've held, the paths I've crossed, the places that have welcomed me as I grow older what has expanded my heart most is connection with other passionate humans who share this miracle we call life, from siblings to strangers. If we really watch and really listen and stay present, we can feel it all of it. A grateful goodbye to this year. A new window awaits. What will I discover? We discover. What will we feel? Okay, so basically, her man, well, he is a pilot. He is a pilot for wealthy people. He's a pilot for wealthy people. And I mean, she's a multimillionaire. I don't know how much he's making as a pilot. Yes, he's very fucking stunning and beautiful. He has a job. He's employed. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to sound mean. That's her choice on who she wants to talk to. I mean, he's a pilot for wealthy people. Maybe he makes really good money. I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, look, this is what's happening to a lot of women. You know, if this makes her happy, I mean, they're not married. I don't know what the plan is. If she were to marry him, just get a damn prenup. That's all I can say. We saw what happened with Sherry Shepherd, Mary J. Blige and shit, dating men that don't have nearly as much money as you. So I'm not blinded by looks. Yes, I'm not blinded by looks. No. Get a damn prenup if you're going to marry him. That's all I can really tell her. I hope she's happy. He's treating her right. Okay. And this is what she chose. This is what works for her. So that's what she chose. Just be careful. That's all I can say. All right. Now we have Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys. Look, we know, I mean, I always say I'm shocked. The downfall of Alicia Keys when getting with this man is crazy. It's shocking. It's shocking to see what happened to Alicia Keys behind this damn relationship. You know, there have been a number of women who are high profile who have slept with other men who were married, but they were never canceled like Alicia Keys. I mean, Alicia Keys, if you're like Gen Z, a late Gen Z and Gen Alpha, baby, Alicia Keys was that chick. Alicia Keys was big as hell. And to see what has happened to Alicia Keys when she started fucking with Swizz Beatz, you know, he was married to Mashonda. They say she was a home wrecker. Even though her and Mashonda are sharing a home and all types of shit with Swizz Beatz, some people said they all fucking each other. I don't know for sure. What I do know, look, I used to have a little crush on Swizz Beatz back in the day. I'm keeping it real with you. I did back in the day. But Swizz Beatz, look, some people said there was already trouble in paradise when he was with Mashonda. Mashonda says no, they were still together. Even if they had problems, they were still married or whatever. Alicia Keys was over their house. Alicia said her and Swizz Beatz knew each other from back in the day when they were teenagers. Other people said Alicia Keys was gay. I mean, there are pictures of her looking like a stud. Some people say that woman ain't even straight. This is a bearded relationship. I don't know for sure. They have kids together. They did look extremely happy together, her and Swizz Beatz. Very happy and very in love, very affectionate. Okay, but Mashonda kind of said, look, no, she came up over the house. She was working with him. I asked her, was you fucking my man? She said no. And then the truth came out, you are fucking my man. And then he left Mashonda, whatever happened with that, and then married Alicia. They had their kids together. Next thing you know, Mashonda writing a book about blended families and that she forgave it and all this other stuff. And now they sometimes live together, something like that. So yeah, her career, girl, I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like this, what happened to Alicia. It's crazy. And there are people who are happy about it, saying, this what Alicia ass get. This what Alicia ass get. Doing what you did to Mashonda, ho. This what you get. I mean, but there are a lot of women who haven't been canceled for doing what Alicia Keys did. But, I mean, damn, what happened to... And look, I do like... I do like her music when she first came out. You know, it was big. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone way that I love you. The cornrows, the outfits. I mean, she was the chick. And now, I mean, her legacy has just been fucked up from what happened with this. Her music ain't even, it's just horrible. But look, there's something going on where, look, he has other kids. He has kids with Mashonda. And before them, I think he had kids with another woman. And this woman is saying that Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys got her daughter on drugs. She's saying that they got her smoking vapes and stuff and ruining her life or something. So let's see what's going on. Let's see. It says that the mother of Swizz Beatz' daughter claims that their child got addicted to drugs while in his and Alicia Keys' care, accuses them of allowing her daughter to vape and eat edibles instead of focusing on her education. What? Okay, it says that Nicole just crossed the biggest line. She just hit me. In the name of Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz, who have been alienating me from me. Oh, okay. She says this. Do you think it's okay to hit your mother in the name of money and fame and drugs? She says she hates me, my mom, my friends. Nicole got addicted to drugs and vapes in the U.S. while in their care. This is why she's acting like this, and it's not normal. Teenage stuff. I'm trying to save her from further destruction. I've spoken to her dad many times about it. They ignore everything. If you have to go public to save your child from drugs, you should, instead of your child spiraling out of control and publicly passing away from an overdose in a bathtub like Whitney Houston's daughter. So she's saying, look, she's losing her daughter. She's not acting like herself. She's vaping and taking edibles. She tells Swizz Beatz about it, her concerns, and that he is ignoring her while their daughter is in his and Alicia Keys' care. Okay? Let me see. Why there is no blend? Because they do everything the opposite way. I say no to vapes, weed, and edibles. They make them available. Alicia Keys uses them herself. Yeah, I know. She does seem high sometimes in videos. Her brothers got her hooked on vapes. I say detox from social media, detox from the phone. They give her the fourth secret phone. What? They give her another phone. They give her the fourth secret phone. I say study. They take her to parties and yachts, and she doesn't study. So she wants her daughter to study, and Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz are taking her daughter to party instead of studying and getting high on vapes. She says, I've had years of struggling with them. They're the opposite of what parents should be. She goes there and there's no structure, no regime, just meeting celebrities and partying on yachts with billionaires. Her dad always brings her late for school, breaching the court order. I'm tired of people assuming that they're so holy because of money. Ooh, we have to save children from Hollywood parents. Most of the kids are on drugs and everything. Everyone applauds them. Everyone should stop worshiping these celebrities. People need to have a grounded life. These celebrities are connected to the Epstein files. They have no boundaries.
Here you have gummies. I don't know what that is. What? Pure, and then
Her daughter is on camera showing it. Her daughter, her little daughter, her teenage little daughter is on there showing it off, the vapes and everything, and smoking it.
here you have gummies. I don't know what that is. What? Pure, and then
And look, first of all, she's underage, and why is she putting that on public platforms? And this backs up what her mother is saying. Okay, what's for lunch? I think I'm gonna have a hamburger. Okay, so get custody during the school year and let them get their kids during the summer. Swizz has like 7 kids, so I know they don't get enough attention, especially the kids in Europe. Did she call CPS? How old is the girl? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So look, that's what her mother is saying. Her mother said these are not the people that you think they are, but everyone is blinded because they're celebrities and they have money. She says most of those kids are on drugs, and that she tells him to stop what he's doing, and that they ignore her and rather take her on boats and yachts with billionaires and celebrities where she's smoking vapes and God knows what else, to be honest with you. And that she wants to save her daughter. Okay, just because they're rich and celebrities doesn't mean, look, you never know what can happen with money and stuff. A lot of very wealthy people who are not celebrities, especially, they tend to have very educated kids because they need to take over the family business. If something happens with the money, their kids have education and degrees to fall back on. They can speak multiple languages and everything like that. And she wants her daughter. I mean, at the end of the day, her father has the money. Yes, it's good he's sharing it with her, but what if something happens? What if he loses the money? What if he cuts her off and she has nothing? She has nothing to fall back on. Okay, so let's see. So the mother is not feeling this, and she took to the public to shame them. Like, look, I'm not playing with you. Okay. And maybe, like you said in the chat, maybe she could take them to court or whatever. And her daughter is a teenager. I could see how this might go. Her daughter might resent her mother. Like, you ruined my life. You ruined my fun. I'm having parties. I'm meeting celebrities. I hate you. I hate you. Things like that. Then the mother might feel guilty because she's like, oh my God, I cut her off from having access to getting into Hollywood and those circles and everything. But I'm telling you, it's not easy for Black children to be Nepo babies. Not like other races of people. No, it ain't. How many Black children can you honestly name that are really Nepo babies that became successful? I can't think of any at large, except maybe Will Smith kids, and they're not even doing well in anything. I mean, they're doing their thing. They have money because of their parents, but usually in Hollywood, their kids continue to make money and get millions of dollars themselves. How many Black children can you honestly name that have benefited from being a Nepo baby where they made multi-millions of dollars outside of their parents because of their name? I can't think of hardly any that became super successful household names, making millions of dollars on average. It's not common. And that's sad too, because that shows you shit. Even being a celebrity Black child don't mean you gonna get as much access. You might, in the black community, you'll get on BET, the BET Awards, some black films, but I'm talking about making 40 million plus and shit like the other people. You don't often see it. So yeah, her mother's probably like, look, I still need you to have an education and shit, because if something go wrong or you don't get to benefit in the industry, what you gonna do? What are you going to do? What you gonna do? The most they get to do is maybe get married to an NFL player or something. You know, I don't know. So her mother is not feeling it. Okay. Blackpink says Willow and Jaden are very talented. I like their music. I mean, I'm not saying they might not have talent, but their music is not selling millions of, well, albums barely exist these days. The streaming, it's not popular where they're making multi-millions of dollars like in the past with other people. They have the luxury of being rich enough that they can experiment and take losses without being poor. Cuban Gooding Jr. His daddy was famous. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if, Who was Cuban Gooding Jr.'s daddy and mama? Who was his daddy? Cuban Gooding Jr. is a Nepo baby? Stephen or Steph Curry. That's sports. He still had to work in order to become successful. I mean, he's a great basketball player. If he sucked, he wouldn't even have as much popularity or wealth as he does. Cuba's dad is a musician. Is he worldwide famous? And Cuban Gooding Jr. is old. I mean, and that's just one. I'm not saying it can't happen. It's just not common. The average black celebrity's children does not become as successful, does not make multi-millions of dollars just using their name. You don't see it at all. Not like what you see with them white celebrities in Hollywood. They kids doing the acting and then branching off and bringing in $40 and $100 million and getting jobs because of their name. That's why Matthew Knowles told Solange, son, why aren't you using our name? Nobody ain't gonna fucking hire you like that. You have to use the name, because who is gonna fuck with you like that? You're black. Racism don't go and hierarchies don't disappear just because they're wealthy. Not like that. They might have a little bit more. They might have a little bit more access, but they don't often get to the pinnacle. They don't become big like the white people's kids do. They don't, on average. And their money is different than their money. Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross is a Nepo baby. But what has she been in? She doesn't have a lot of money. She was in Girlfriends. That's about it. She's not, no. I can name another Zoe Kravitz, Lenny and Lisa Bonet daughter. Okay, that's one I can name. And some people might say she ain't black. She's half, both her parents have black. She's still half black or whatever. Yeah, she's one I can name that's benefited when I think about it, where she has a lot of money now from acting because she used her name and being a Nepo baby. And I don't knock it, because white people do this all the time. And but I don't often see this with black celebrity kids. Not really. And it's sad. Jafar Jackson, he just is in one movie. Nobody talks about him. This might make him a star, the film that's coming out with Michael Jackson. Other than that, no one has ever talked about him. He doesn't sell albums. He's not in movies. He's not a household name. This might make him a household name after this film if it does well. Like, I do see black celebrity kids getting popular in black culture, their kids, but usually their kids is involved with dating rappers, NFL players, becoming an influencer, being ratchet. They don't bring in millions upon millions of dollars a lot of times. We might see them, maybe they might get married to somebody else popular, but I mean, look, they might even marry another celebrity, black celebrity's child. That happened with Eddie Murphy and who? Oh my God, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Okay, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, their children got married. Eddie Murphy's daughter married Martin Lawrence's son. But what money do they have outside of their parents? They don't have any career. And that's a blessing, to be real with you, that your kids are good because you have all of that money, being a black person in America. So I don't say that to shame them, because I think they're lucky and blessed that they're able to have wealth and money because of the sacrifice of their parents, if their parents, of course, left them something. But I'm saying continuing the money like the white people do in Hollywood, where their kids end up becoming an actor in another household name, like Goldie Hawn and her daughter, Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson has millions of dollars from acting because she's Goldie Hawn's daughter, and used that connection and fame, and she got hired because of it. We don't have the same access all the time, even when you're wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think that, Eddie Murphy's daughter, who else? They would get to be household. And you don't see them. You don't get to see them. Faith Evans and Biggie Smalls' kids, you don't see them. You never see any of them. TLC, T-Boz and Mac 10's daughter, you don't see her. You don't see any of them. It's sort of like they have their kids, and then the continuation of the power and all that just disappears with them. Versus with white people in Hollywood and shit, when their kids keep being related and keep having kids, and then they become these huge stars and shit. So, and I'm not hating on it. You use your connections and all that other stuff, but yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow. I love Gwyneth Paltrow, a lot of her stuff, but I didn't even know who her mother was at first until I saw her mother. I'm like, oh my God, I used to see her mother all the time in movies. So yeah, she's a Nepo baby. Dakota Fanning is Don Johnson's daughter with Melanie Griffith. Who else? Shit. Kelly Osbourne. Damn. It's a number of them, actually. A lot of them. It's sort of like a cult, to be real with you, in Hollywood. I'm like, I want to see, even in modeling with Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid, yeah, they look good, they can model, and I'm not hating. But the point is that they're bringing nepotism into everything. I'm like, no, I want to see people with a story of being scouted, like we used to see Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, like people actually being scouted and talent actually being found, and somebody's life actually changing. Like they actually have a story where they they don't have to be poor, but like they actually got discovered. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are we going to people going to keep hiring everybody child and make them a star? And like, where's the fresh talent? Where's the people that was scouted? People that actually worked at Burger King who got scouted by somebody and they got a job and became a huge fucking star because they were talented. Like, I want to see these stories again. I don't want to keep seeing every damn big person as somebody's child who just got on because, oh, well, that's the, and I'm not saying it's not smart. That's how business works, but you got to have balance, have a mixture. I need to see some stories of people who actually were regular fucking people that got scouted and got discovered. You know what I'm saying? When will we see it again? It's craziness. Yasmin Ghauri, yeah, she was gorgeous too. I know who you're talking about. She was doing her own makeup and everything. Kamora Lee Simmons. Like, we need to, it's important for people to see it. Like, you can make it, you can get discovered and actually deserve it because you actually are talented. And yes, I don't knock someone's child having connections to be able to get on, because that's also a dream for most people. It's like, don't hate the game. My thing is that all we want to see with everybody, and nobody actually gets scouted and discovered anymore. Come on. You know? So that's my little rant real quick on that. So let me show you something else real quick. Okay. I know you heard about what happened in Texas, and I will have a video on that. And now Ruth Chris Steakhouse are cracking down on their dress code, and they're putting an end to baseball hats. They're also putting an end to very Well, coming in looking like you just walked up off the street, pants sagging and stuff like that. Ruth Chris, look, you have to do this sometimes for the reputation of your business, your establishment. My mother told me back in the day that a man took her out on a date to a very upscale restaurant, and he wasn't dressed bad, but they told him, you can't come in here if you don't have a jacket, you know, a blazer, a jacket and all that. He went to the store close by and bought a jacket and put it on, and then they went in the restaurant. Okay? And you have places like this where they're like, you're not going to decrease the value of my establishment. This is for classy people. This is a classy establishment. Don't come up in here dressing like you a thug and a street thug and like you just woke up out of bed coming up in here. Okay, I have a standard, damn it, of what my company is and what I want my company to be. Like, and I would do the same thing. I would also have certain behaviors not allowed. Don't come up in my restaurant twerking, baby. You will get kicked out. Okay? I'm not tolerating that. You representing me, you representing my brand, and I can't have you lowering the value of my establishment. You will dress correctly up in here. So, Ruth Chris, I guess they got tired of it because that's the place to be for a lot of people. And some people coming in dressing real ratchet, and they're like, baby, y'all not coming up in here. Y'all not gonna make my establishment go down in the gutter and be known as a ghetto spot. And that doesn't mean just black people, because there are some other people who dress trifling too. But you get what I'm saying? So they're like, nope, we have a dress code, baby. No fitted cap. Look, this is a classy place, okay? You need to look presentable coming up in here. All right? So what do I think of tattoos? I don't like them at large. I could deal with one or two, but it depends also where they are. I don't date men with face tattoos. I don't date men with neck tattoos. I don't date men with a lot of tattoos all over their body. I don't date that. I don't like it. I don't want my son to date. I don't want that for my son or my daughter if I had one. So no. Again, because it's so common, I could deal with one or two, and it depends on how big it is. But the placement of where they are is more like, that's what I look at more than anything. Where are they? Like, if you can cover them where you're working professional, then I could possibly get over it because it's just so common now. But face tattoos, no. Neck tattoos, no. I'm not fucking with it, and I refuse to. I never have. I never will. If he has them on his arm, I would prefer if they're like on the upper arm, because he has to work. In most professional jobs, you shouldn't have your tattoos all over the place. So, I don't like hand tattoos either. I don't like that. I have seen one man that I might bend my rule with that, but overall, no, I don't care for them. And I can't stand women doing that to themselves either. It's sad to see. Okay. So, especially when you're a woman and you have to go to an event and you need to look elegant, I continue to say it, all those tattoos ruin the look. They ruin it when you have them all exposed and you're in an elegant outfit. I don't like it. Okay. This man says we'll arrest any man kneeling before a woman in the name of proposing. This is in Africa. He says it's not African. It's not African to get on your knees with that engagement ring and propose to that damn woman. Get up off your knees. We don't do no shit like that. We're Africans. I'm going to take it there. Is there a reason so many of your African women are leaving y'all asses for the white man? I know why. Because they want romance. White men invented romance at large. At large. Not completely, but at large. A lot of y'all treat your African women like shit. And I'm not shocked at all of the amount of them who try to escape and get the fuck up out of there and are choosing white men as husbands. The way some of y'all cultures are, your lack of love, your lack of PDA, your lack of just so much up over there, the way some of y'all treat your women. Why is anybody shocked about why they are so many of them are with white men in Europe and shit and in Africa? Your cultures cutting up their damn vaginas, making them be your slaves, cooking for the whole, man, y'all, some of y'all treat your women like crap, like nothing but fucking slaves. I ain't shocked at all when they run off with them fucking white men to get the fuck up out of there and leave them damn cultures behind, some of them. And if you were to talk to some of them, and I've seen them online saying, they treat us better, they treat us better. I know they do, a number of them. So I'm not saying that's always the case. I heard about what happened with that Russian dude up over in some parts of Africa. I heard about it. But overall, everyone keeps asking, why do African women go to the white man? No one wants to sit down and think, well, damn, why do they? Maybe you should ask them and you might get your answers. But even when they tell you, you still try to shame them. They want to get the hell up out of there. Not just Africa itself, but the cultures they are born into where they're treated like crap. They're treated like crap, a number of them. White men come up in there, actually marry, fucking give them a home, don't treat them like a slave, propose marriage, give them romance, something half of them ain't even used to. Shoot. So, yeah, I heard about in Kenya. I see black men asking them passport bros talking about the Kenyan women love the white man. Do you know that they marry them off as children? Of course they do. They trying to get the hell up out of there. Marrying them off as kids and cutting up their damn vaginas. They're like, the hell with this. I got to get up out of here. They get that damn white man and go move to his country and get the fuck up away from the crazy people. Some of them, not all of them. So, yeah, but if you ask a lot of them, the common theme, they always say, well, they treat me nice. And no one wants to hear it. No one says, well, damn, how do your men treat you? Even if they tell them how they treat them, no one cares. They just say you have a white man, you're a bed wench, you're an enemy. No one cares. If so many of your women are willing to leave their cultures and communities behind, you need to deep dive, sit down, self-reflect, and think, what is wrong with us that they don't want to be with us? And in some cases, they just like white men and the white men like them. Love does happen. But yeah, so now, okay, it's not in their culture to propose, get on your knee and propose to a woman. He says they're going to arrest them if they submit to a woman in that type of way with romance. It's not African. I knew a woman who told me that she was with an African man in the bedroom and he got upset that she was moaning and hollering and told her to be quiet. Maybe where he's from, the women just have to lay there and take it and be quiet. Sir, you're literally on top of me and inside me. I mean, seriously? Most men love it. Most men go crazy for it. But apparently that bothered that man. So, you can't even connect in that way romantically with the woman in that way. So, interesting. So, let's go to the next topic.
Brazilian government had a plan of whitening Brazil. Their plan after the end of slavery was making Brazil whiter. They encouraged mixing, because in their mind, the more they mix, the less black the population would be. Turn out everyone is black. No. Turn out everyone got brown at some point.
Actually, baby, they did whiten you up. If you're not a dark-skinned African anymore, you have been mixed up in most countries outside of Africa. The plan is not to be as pure black, which you're not. Also, these type of videos trigger me because I'm tired of the bullshit, the lies. You can't whiten a people up unless they allow themselves to be bred out. It's one thing to be raped and forced to sleep with white people during slavery, which happened a lot in America because of chattel slavery. A lot of Latin America did not have chattel slavery. No, they did not. A lot of them. That's why their opinions about things can be a little different, because their experience was not the same. Yeah, you had slavery. Yes, you had colonization. A lot of y'all did not have chattel slavery. There's a difference. And a lot of them People can miss me with this whole, well, they white, so what? They brung up a bunch of white people later on. Did they make you fuck them? Yeah, I'm tired of it. Take some accountability in these other countries. Y'all fuck white people. They didn't force you to fuck them. They didn't force you to have they damn half white kids. Y'all did that. And it's okay if you do. Just own up to the shit. Everybody acting like the big bad white man and woman came up over and said, you better have my kids. You better lay on your back. You better take this dick. That's not how it happened for some of them. They brung them over because they knew the black men was gonna fuck them white women the same way they do in every other country around the globe. They know them. They study them. They're like, oh, okay, I think this could work. They like to breed out the black men. The black women, some of them do, but if your men keep fucking rejecting you, they gonna go to other men, which we see happening all over the damn place in 2026. And yes, there are some of us that do like other men, and not because of the black man, but you do see a lot of that in other countries where the women are being forced to be with other races of men because their men are so up the white woman's ass or anything that don't look like them. The women want love and they want a happy marriage, so they go to other men. They were studying the black man in Brazil and in these other countries, and they said they love to breed all over the place with anything. Fucking bring these white women up over here. We're going to turn them white. And what happened? Y'all kept fucking them. Then you had biracial kids. And just like so many of the black man's sons today in 2026, they're like, oh no, we want a white woman too. And then you get the quadroons and all this other shit. Same method, same story. But everybody want to sit down acting like black people ain't got no sense. They don't have a mind of their own. Every time we date somebody not black, oh, the system is systemic. Baby, I'm a fucking grown adult. I know what a white man is. I know what a biracial baby is. I can choose to fucking date who I want to date. I know what I'm doing. Everybody always making it seem like they was just helpless sitting there and they imported all these white people and oh, they made them have sex with them. They made them have biracial kids and turned almost white. They made them. No, they didn't make they ass do nothing. They chose to fuck them. They chose to. Wake your ass up. Not everybody cares about preserving blackness or being the darkest black person around the fucking globe. And people always acting like the white man made everybody love whiteness. That ain't true. A lot of them just like that shit. But no one wants to have that conversation or are happy to have the whitest looking kids they can get. Some people don't mind that and they're happy about it. Usually it's the men more than the women. And this shit been going on longer than what people want to admit to. Shoot, I don't give a fuck how many white people was imported someplace. Shit, white people be around other races of people and they still make white kids. So that's more of a you problem. Something wrong with y'all ass, some of y'all out here that everybody, anything somebody throw around you, you gotta fuck them, you gotta make kids with them. Just because. Shit. It's just amazing to me. And now everybody claiming they black now all of a sudden all over the fucking place is interesting to me. But I'm not saying people don't have black ancestry, but you ain't the original black. The original black was dark people from Africa. You don't look like that. Now everybody's trying to make a new black. And that's what's going on all over the place because everywhere you see, everybody will ignore the rest of their ancestry and just claim, they just black because the daddy black of the. And what about the other parts going on? And now everybody pretending that black black looks like this, black looks like that. No, diversity comes from race mixing. I don't give a fuck who gets mad about it. You see all the diversity you see because of mixed genes and genetics. That's how you get different skin complexions from the original dark skin. That's how you get different hair textures. That's how you get different phenotypes and eye colors. While Africa might be diverse, there is a such thing as dominant looks with certain tribes. One groups look like this because they only fucking each other in this part. The other group look like this because they only fucking each other in that part. But you don't have diversity within your one tribe. Not like what you see in America, the Caribbean, and Latin America, because you ain't get mixed up like that. Now everybody trying to lie and pretend that's just blackness. No, that came from mixing. And I said the shit. Get mad if you want to. Shit. But when I see these videos, they tried to whiten it up. Well, they damn sure changed the phenotypes and skin complexions. Y'all ain't dark like them black Africans that was there. But no one wants to admit that and lie. And then they try to paint this picture as if white people force black people to fuck them, which they did not. Maybe when slavery first was going on, but when they brung in people to import white people, that was later on. They had a choice to not lay with them. They chose to. Now people want to play victim as if, oh, I was made, my ancestors. They did not, a lot of them, during some of those time periods. They chose to have them kids with them people. And then they like how their kids was. And then their kids started fucking the white people too. And on and on and on. Go play with somebody else. Nobody wants to take accountability. White people been studying black people forever. Keeping receipts, writing books. We don't keep receipts of shit. That's why I keep seeing people trying to change the story all the time. Things that happen to black women, especially, like y'all try to change that fucking welfare story. Oh, they kicked black men out the house. They ain't kicked out. Yeah, they ain't kicked black men out. They didn't bust down the door and make them leave black women, bitch. Why y'all up here lying for? But they want to change stories and stuff. Please. Yeah, I'm going on my rant because it makes me sick. That the government never busted down no damn black woman's house and said, your man got to go. It didn't happen like that. They were not married to those women. They weren't in love with those women, and they didn't protect their families. In a fucking story. Go play with somebody else. And last time I checked, if welfare bothers you so much, why you don't marry they ass now then? Girl, please, and boy, please. Okay, let's get it on. Come on with it.
Imagínese. Entonces no comería hasta mañana comida. Comería pan otra vez por ahora por la noche y todo eso. ¿Por qué? Jabones. Esto es lo único que tenemos los muchachos hoy en día para distraernos. El dominó. Y pasar el tiempo. Y pasar el tiempo. Sí, porque tenemos hasta los teléfonos apagados. Imagínese.
Long story short, sorry, I said in another language. Basically, Cuba is without power right now, y'all. Their entire electrical grid has collapsed. They're blaming Trump. They said that Donald Trump cut off the oil to Cuba, and now they don't have any power. The hospitals, their homes, the generators are not working because there's no oil, and the power grid is gone. Baby, this is a nightmare. This is the purge, and baby, this does not look good at all. This does not look good at all. You know, there are people who think our power grid is going to go out. That's why they're saying stock up, because if the power grid goes out, if there's some sort of hack or something, we are fucked. I can't imagine what they're going through over in Cuba right now. There's no power. You can't do your laundry, not without that old school washboard, no electricity. One man did say, though, he had power for like 5 hours to cook, and then the power goes out. Baby, this is a disaster. And we know that Trump is trying to take over Cuba right now. I don't know why he wants Cuba or what's going on. He said that he was going to attack them after Iran. I'm like, what does our country have against Cuba at large? I don't know. But now they don't have any power. It says 10 million people are left without power across Cuba. It says fuel shortages and failing power plants triggered nationwide blackout. Nobody knows how long this is going to last. Baby, when you see a disaster like this happens, it's almost over. I give people about a week to 2 weeks before it's complete chaos. Baby, you better go to the supermarket and grab up everything you can. As a woman, you better get all the menstrual cycle supplies, your tampons, your pads, your diapers, all of that. Because don't no woman want to be on her period without anything to protect you, literally. It's disgusting, uncomfortable, your clothes soaked with blood. Horrible, stinking, not being able to wash your ass. Baby, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Sonia says they're trying to force us to forget about them Epstein files. A lot of people are saying that. They don't want more to come out. Everything keeps happening over and over and over and over. So this is horrible. And I feel sorry what's going on over in Cuba, not having power. The power grid going out is one of the worst scenarios you can think of for a society, because it's not going to take long before it collapses. Men are going to start raping women. This is what always happens this is what happens. You have about a few days before they bust down the supermarkets. They take everything out the supermarkets. Because the refrigerator is not working, your food is going to rot within days to a week. Then okay. Disaster. Absolute disaster. So that is honestly my last topic. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you all. And I will be talking to you all soon. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, my microphone had went out. But yeah, when a disaster happens, this is how it goes. You have, again, they take all the food out the supermarket. The refrigerator isn't working, so your food will rot within days to a week. People who are sick are going to pass away. Babies are going to pass away from starvation. The elderly are going to pass away in the hospitals and at home from no food or water and sicknesses. Then men are going to become aggressive and they're going to start raping women and children. That's what they do, a number of them. Then men are going to start busting down homes to take other people's resources and murking the men and raping their wives and daughters, kidnapping, holding for ransom, bartering what people have. Then they go to attack their political leaders. And then the entire country goes into chaos. That's what happens. So hopefully everything works out and they're able to get their power back as soon as possible. So that is it, everybody. Do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor and get those likes up. And if there's a hype button, because for some very odd reason, my live videos never get as many views as my regular uploads. I don't know why this happens. I don't know what's going on with my lives never really getting much traction. But if you can like the video, press the hype button, it might help the video. So I will be reading your comments. Sorry, y'all, I got a little bit hyped up in some parts of this video. I try to calm down and not curse and get really emotional over some of these stories and talking about stuff. But I'm a very passionate woman, baby. I'm passionate. So if there's not a hype button, just press the like button. I got to calm down. So I greatly appreciate you all. You all take care. Bye, everyone. Bye.